episode 2 of the design proposal, and we are going to be talking about all about kitchens. And for me, Danilo, really, kitchens is, there are social spaces. That's where I hang out with my friends or my cousins and family gatherings. You know, my cousin will be chopping veggies and we'll be sipping wine, talking. Some of them are dancing along the island. So it's kind of like a really neat place. And I know that with your expertise, you can tell us a little bit more about the types of kitchen we'll be seeing.
Because kitchen is one of the very or most used area in a house. So every day, every member of the family will use a kitchen, from making coffee, washing dishes, cooking, even for socializing. Every kitchen in every house, it's better to be really customized specifically for the particular homeowner. So because everybody has a different requirement for every kitchen. Based on my past experiences, every time I'm going to meet a new client, they will have a specific requirement for their kitchen.
It's based on how they use their kitchen, right?
And like before I started really went to full-time designing here in Toronto, I also manage a kitchen and bath store. So that's where I exposed myself with the needs and wants of the regular Torontonians in kitchen design.
And it's sort of like figured out sort of what are the new materials here.
Yeah, and what goes behind the wall, I need to know the local codes. I need the proper way to do it in here. Because in every, like I said, in every region, we mentioned it in our past episode, in every region, there's a specific codes that we need to follow.
Building codes.
Yeah, building codes. And then on top of that, I have to consider every household's requirement.
Right.
Specific
so
requirement.
So it's not just because, say, I'm a client saying, hey, I want this. Well, does that comply with the building code, right?
Or sometimes a client wants, oh, I've seen this kitchen. Can you do it for me? No, it's not like that. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
It can, if it's doable, it's fine. We can make it something like that. Like there are some kitchen, you can design a kitchen for a house, but it's not applicable when you're designing a condo kitchen.
Do you find
because of the limitations of the plumbing?
Sometimes you get requests where it's not realistic, and how do you draw them back and give them that
It's not sometimes. It's not sometimes. A lot of people, it's just a dream, right?
Right, so, reach for the stars. You might as well. I mean, you
and
have
then
to have your
you
dream
bring
home.
them down to reality.
Oh, yes.
Depends on the house and depends on if it's a condo or a house. So the limitations will be there.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna actually get right into the sort of projects that Danilo has worked on. But for now, let's take a quick break. next part here is we're really gonna dive right into the projects that you've worked on. There are 3 locations, and
Okay.
you know, let's talk
About
about
this project one. Okay.
project 1. Is it Canlish? I
Let's
believe?
call it Canlish.
Let's call it Canlish. Hi! So we are here in this beautiful modern kitchen, as you can see. And I believe that, you know, Danilo, you worked on this about 3 years ago. So that's quite a while now. Tell us, give us some more context. What was it like before? What's it before?
Actually, I've done this project almost 4 years ago.
Oh, 4 years,
But
okay.
you can see, even though it's a very contemporary design, it looks like it's timeless. It doesn't look like it's done 4 years ago. At first, I find it going to be a challenging project for me.
Yeah, why is that? How challenging?
Because at first, the client wants it like, if I can save some of the kitchen cabinets that has been installed when she purchased the house.
So it's just more like a sentimental value.
No, it's not really. The seller sold the house on the premise that the kitchen has already been updated.
Oh, I see.
I can show you the before pictures
Yeah.
of the updated kitchen that they call, but clearly
It's
it
not
wasn't done right.
done right.
So, and then I convinced the client that I have to reconfigure the whole kitchen.
You know, in most kitchens, you'll probably see islands are kind of a thing where people, you know, walk around and socialize. This particular client wanted something more open space.
No island because
No island.
Yeah.
You can do a little salsa
In the first
here,
place, if you
a dance.
in the first place, if she wants an extra table, she can just pop up a
Right.
folding table in here. But
Right.
what she wants is how would I say it? Open, very open kitchen. But the main focus in here, because the first consideration is again functionality,
Right.
right? So the main feature of this kitchen is I incorporated the laundry, the washer and dryer to the kitchen.
Wow.
So as you can see, you will not even
Where?
notice that where it is.
Let's
right?
look for
So,
them.
but I will show you.
It's right here.
It is here.
The
so-
laundry and the dryer.
The dryer.
So that's new. Most houses would never have their laundry dryer in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Usually it's in the basement.
Yes. And the other added feature in here, as you can see in the bottom, there's bottom drawers.
I did notice this very, very bottom drawer here.
Yeah. That's
And if
where you put
look,
the trays and everything. So
It's maximizing the
yeah.
space.
And then I created, okay, this is an existing window. And then, like I said,
Oh, right here.
yeah. So what I did is I added like a little bench in there. So at least while you're cooking, you have a seating area.
I've been taking your orders anytime.
And then these are the pantry cabinets.
Pantry comes. Okay.
Yes.
In this one too.
Yeah.
Too.
And then also I did look at the backsplash. That becomes the accent in here. Instead of leaving a small portion of a painted wall, and I decided, oh, I'll just backsplash everything.
Sorry, for our viewers, what do you mean by back?
The tiling in the back.
The tiling,
Yeah,
okay.
usually you tile most of the time just the bottom of the upper cabinet or just the back of the sink. You
Right.
don't do it on the top. Sometimes in
So what
here.
made you decide to do all the way to the top?
Because of the kitchen cabinet layout, right? Especially
Yeah.
the overhead, there's limitations on the cutting, right? So,
Mm.
and then now, if I stop somewhere here, then it would look unfinished.
Yeah.
And then if I leave this portion, then again, this is just a leftover. Might as
Right.
well do everything. And then it became the accent of the
And
kitchen.
I noticed too that you have pot lights in the kitchen and
Yeah.
underhead lights underneath each
Yeah.
of these.
Again, the pod lights is the general lighting. It has a dimmer. And
Yeah.
then the under counter light is more for a task.
For whatever
when you're
area you're
doing
looking
something
at.
like food prep, you can use it. Come to think of it, this is almost 4 years.
Yeah, and I honestly thought it was just last year, pretty recent,
Mm.
because the look is very modern, contemporary. It's clean lines, you know. Yeah.
And then you can show the viewers later how the before picture of this.
Oh, check it out. Don Mills.
Project 2.
Project 2, Don Mills. Danilo, tell us what's different about this kitchen, this immaculate kitchen right behind us.
This is really a brand new kitchen. We're just finishing it up, just like doing last minute touches. This is a very, very tiny kitchen before. There's a wall in here and another wall over here.
So you took them down for
Yes,
the open concept space, right?
But the challenges in taking down walls, it's not just like, okay, I can take down walls and then the whole house collapses.
Yeah.
So we have to reinforce, put new beams. For example, that corner behind you, where the intention was really to go all the way. But for some reason, we cannot do it because there's some vent or support in there. This is a very, very updated look.
Very simple, but
Once you see the before of this,
Yeah.
you will not even think that this
it's
is
the same kitchen.
it's the same.
You know, from the outside though, we're seeing a very modern kitchen, very clean lines, simple. Obviously, good use of space for the chopping cupboard or whatnot. But what is different that we don't see yet? What sets us apart?
When I designed this kitchen, I have to put into consideration everything that as much as possible, I want the countertop to be empty.
Okay.
So when this,
Which means appliances, toasters, microwaves will be hidden?
yeah, something like you will see later that there's a specific area for the microwave, even for the pots and pans. So even there's a TV spot
Yeah.
for that. So because it's not a big kitchen, but at the same time, I want all my counter space free for a very good workstation.
So basically,
Because the owner loves to cook.
right, and you created a lot of shelves or cupboards to maximize the space right on top here.
Yes. And before I forget, there used to be a door in that corner.
A door leading to where?
It's a side
Oh,
entrance.
side door. You just have to close it up
Yes.
instead.
So I can add another cabinet space.
And this type of counter, what is it?
Quartz. This is the quartz.
So this is easier to maintain compared to say marble.
Yeah,
and
and more
stuff.
hygienic because they don't absorb. They're not as porous
Right.
as granite or marble.
So is this something that you would sort of recommend to clients that in terms of kitchen, for sanitary reasons, for hygienic reasons, it's better to use quartz because it's not as high maintenance. It's not porous like marble.
You don't need to reseal it every
You don't need to
now and-
reseal
yeah.
the way other marbles you have to
Yeah.
reseal like once a year or whatnot, right? Okay. And it comes in different colors. It's not just white.
You can even have to have there's a pattern that looks like a marble or a granite. You can have something like that. It comes in different style. Okay, so this is a farm sink. It's like an industrial type of sink. I decided to use a very deep sink, so in just one vessel. So at least you can wash bigger pots and
pots,
pans.
yeah.
And then I've used this industrial faucet, so at least I gain more height.
And you have that left
least,
right
yeah.
below it for good lighting.
Yes, of course. And then actually, when you're just working on this area, you just can have that very task light.
Right, the dishwasher's right
Yeah,
here.
dishwasher
And do
here.
you want to show us what other
And then
stuff
this
features?
one, this is one nice feature of the kitchen. As you can see, it's
look,
called
it
a
moves.
blind corner.
Yeah, so you're
So-
not rummaging through the very back looking for stuff. When you pull this out,
Yeah.
it has all the other shelves in there that you can use. It's very functional. And I see
And
that
then
this is what, a
is
pantry?
a pantry.
Oh, look at that.
So it's a pantry like that. So at least,
I love it.
yeah.
Not that I cook, but yeah, I love it. So a lot more storage space at the bottom.
Yeah.
Pot lights for good lighting. I
So-
like it.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we start cooking then?
Oh, you cook, not me.
Okay. Bye. location now is Lynvalley. As you can see, we are here inside this beautiful kitchen. And I'm sure it didn't look like this before. So I'm curious, what did you have to do to make it look like this kind of space?
Okay, so the first requirement of this kitchen is like it has to be family-oriented kitchen. So there's a lot of things going on in this kitchen. This kitchen used to be a kitchen and dining combo.
Where was the dining?
That section used to be the dining area. It's a small dining area.
Well, let's start with this. I mean, the fact that a lot of people, like when they come over a house or even just at home, people like to hang around where the food is, right? This becomes sort of like the social area, and all of this space here, it's perfect for that because people can be standing all around. I can see, I can be standing here, I can be standing here.
It's a multi-function island.
Yes,
right?
and the fact that it's I see there's two levels. So can you talk about that and why it's important to have that, or why you chose a 2-level one?
It's like this is a countertop, and the client requires or asks me if I can provide like a bar area or something. But if I create a separate bar area, that will again eat up more space. So what I did is I combined it with the island. Like I created a 2-level. This is my bar. As you can see on this side, there's the wine rack.
I love it.
I put the wine rack all in here.
Yeah.
So it's like, so while the person is cooking, chopping, food preparation,
drinking,
you can have
wine.
your wine drinking, and then there's a conversation happening.
I love.
So something like that.
What type of countertop is it?
This is quartz type. Yeah. So we want it like, because it's more hygienic. Quartz is more durable. Though it's man-made. So we decided to keep it that way. So it's
easy to clean, probably,
practical.
right?
Practical. Yes, it's easy to clean.
In comparison.
Yes. Let's have a seat here.
This really surprised me.
Yeah. This used to be the dining area.
And you wouldn't think to have a little like nook here where you can have your chai and like overlooking this nice like window.
Yes, especially in the summertime, you can look outside while you're having your socializing here, having your tea.
Did you choose this centerpiece?
Oh, that's a personal choice of the
client. It totally matches with the whole look. And so what's the style like? Sort of like Zen?
Yeah. It's very, how would I say it? There's a little bit
Eastern
touch of,
type.
Yeah. It's like Asian, East Asian.
East Asian, yeah. It's very nice. Oh, if it was me, I would like take my naps here. Like here.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Right? It's comfortable, guys. You know, consider having a little like, what is it called? Siesta. No, I mean the actual like this area. What would it be called?
Some people call this like the breakfast area.
You know what I love about it too? It seamlessly transitions over. I feel like there's a delineation, a clear divide of what the purpose is, right? But it doesn't feel like jarring. Like, oh, there's another space here. It's like it just
the flow,
like the zen.
Yeah. So imagine,
the aura.
For example, imagine you're cooking over there, sitting here.
I'm the one cooking. Okay,
so you're cooking over there,
and
like chopping onions, and then I'm sitting here.
I
will have my wine, and then you will just tell me when the food is ready.
Right.
Then I'll go over by the bar.
I think I like the arrangement if I had that kitchen. question, let's recap some of the kitchen considerations when you are thinking of renovating your own space. So what are the kitchen considerations?
Kitchen consideration first is your lifestyle. Whoever is going to use the kitchen, I need to know the lifestyle. So, for example, if you're left-handed, right-handed, those are very important.
Lefty, right here.
So I have to design the kitchen in a way according to the user. It's still, I have to still to put into consideration that it has to be universal,
Right.
but at the same time, I have to serve the end user first.
And for the end users, what's their reaction when they see your work, when they see their kitchen all done and renovated and beautiful?
So far, all of them.
So far?
So far, all of them, they love it. And then actually, I'm getting referrals.
Amazing. Well, you know what? I think last week we did post a question about kitchen countertops. And there's a question. You want to answer it? The question is, which one is better to use, marble, granite, quartz?
Yeah, for me, the question is like, which one is better, a natural material or a man-made one?
Like a synthetic one.
Yeah,
Okay.
synthetic. So personally and professionally, I would recommend the synthetic one, like a quartz countertop for durability, less maintenance, hygienic compared to
Natural ones.
natural like a marble or a granite, which is porous that I have to keep resealing it every now and then
Okay.
it's easily gets stained. So and sometimes even reacts to heat.
Right,
So-
because it's natural.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we ask the question of the week, and you'll get your answers in the next episode. And I do want to ask the question of the week, because we were just talking about making sure that if you say you buy a marble countertop, you have to seal it, right? That's to maintain it so it doesn't get too porous and stuff gets absorbed or whatever. So what about tiles? How do you maintain tiles? Like tiles in the bathroom or tiles in the kitchen? That
On
is
our
the-
next episode,
that-
we will be
yes.
talking about bathroom and then we'll answer that question.
We'll answer that question next episode. Okay. Next week, we're going to be answering that question, so stay tuned. I'm Rachelle Cruz.
I'm Danilo and you're watching The Design Proposal.